the verse 53rd verse reads, it's a very beautiful word. That is Uttaro. Uttaro Gopatir Gopta. Uttaro Gopatir Gopta Gnan Gamya. Uttaro Gopatir Gopta Gnan Gamya Puratana. These Sarir Bhut Brud. Sarir Bhut Brud Bhokta. Sarir, there are three names together. Sarir Bhut Brud Bhokta. Kapendro. Kapendro. Buri Dakshina. So there are 10 names in total. So we'll go one by one as always. The first name, the names of Vishnu Sahasra gives all the information and all the details that we might need to know who the Lord Almighty is, how He operates, how He's managing, as what His glories as it is pertaining to Lord Vishnu. While Bhagavad Gita tells us what is this creation, what we ought to do here. So these two scriptures are very fantastic scriptures. No? So the first name is Uttara. Uttara. It is made up of two words. Ut means superior. Ut means higher. Ut means subtle. Ut means powerful. So it is subtle, powerful, higher, worthy. That is Ut. Tara means to stay or exist in that way. So Uttara. So the Lord, with his power, he is above our consciousness. So that's why Uttara is higher. It is more subtle, so we cannot understand by senses, mind, or intellect. So that way, he is superior. He is omnipresent and omnipotent. We all know that. He's beyond the bondages that we are subject to, or we are prone to. That is we get into attachment, sadness, detachment, bondages. God is beyond that. So that is called Uttara. So higher, subtle, more powerful. And that can be only understood through knowledge. So the first name is Uttara. So God to understand, we have that name will come, that we can understand only with the knowledge. So word Uttara also means the best. Sarva Utkrusta iti va means best of best. That is Almighty God. So the another meaning of Uttara is Utkrusta means best. Another meaning of Uttara is like we understand in Hindi. Prashna kya hai ji? Prashna, question. Uttara means answer. God has answer for everything. God Almighty can give us the answer for everything that we might be seeking, the worldly or celestial or supermundane. So because of these reasons, he is called Uttara. Lord explains very beautifully the way that our equipments work. To know ourselves, we have to know what are the equipments God has given and how it works. So only we know in detail about our body, but besides that is very gross. Besides that, we have very little understanding. So God explains to us. He does that beautifully in Bhagavad Gita in the 3rd chapter. And he says that Indriyani Parani Aho. Indriya means senses. Indriyani Parani means superior. Indriyani Parani Aho means these all masters that tell, God tells us that senses are powerful than the body. Body is gross. Without senses, it has very little meaning. No, it can be. It will do the function, but it cannot. All this happens because of the senses. So indriyani parani ahu. Indriyebhya param mana. But more than senses is your mind. Indriyani parani ahu. Indriyebhya param mana. Manasastu parabuddhi. And more powerful than your mind is your intellect. Is intellect. And more powerful than yo buddhe paratastu sa. And more powerful than your intellect is your spirit or Atman. Yo buddhe means intellect. Buddhe means intellect. Yo buddhe parat means higher. Parat tastu sa means he. So Atma he calls he. So parat tastu sa. So this is how the hierarchy works in our system. So indriyani paraniya indriyabhya paramana manasastu parabuddhi yo buddhe paratastu sa. And then he advises Arjuna, so that is, knowing this, you work on your mind and control your mind. We all know that mind creates the trouble. Mind is the source of all the trouble. It is a cause for bondage. It is a cause for all our troubles. So, Lord says you work on your mind, and to work that you have to use the higher power, which is your intellect. And you have to use even higher power, that is the soul. Of all these sadhanas, or our spiritual search, or if you want to understand our even day-to-day life, it is very important that we know. And very beautifully, Bhagavan Raman Mercy in Updeshar tells, Rutsthale mana. This summarizes everything. Rutsthale mana. Rutsthale means to the heart. Rut means heart. Rutsthale mana, mind. It's a drag and drop in computer language. So Rutsthale mana. Swasthata kriya. Bhakti yoga bo daschanischitam. That you, means whoever wants to know more, should take mind and drag it and place it in the heart. Rutsthale mana. Rutsthale means heart. Mana is mind. Rutsthale mana. Swa means to Atman. Swasthata, how? Kriya means Kriya Yoga or Karma Yoga. See, in one sutra, everything is told here. Kriya means Karma Yoga. Rusthale mana swasthata kriya bhakti yoga bodhascha nishchitam. He mentioned all four. So kriya yoga, bhakti yoga, gnani yoga. With all these, you take your mind to your soul. Rusthale mana swasthata kriya bhakti yoga bodhascha nishchitam. So these increasing subtle equipments, and they are working. Once we understand, then the things become extremely clear, more comforting, more rewarding. No? So God, because God is Uttar, He's higher. He's not going to come for us. He comes for dharma from time to time. He said it. From time to time, I'll come and fix up the dharma, because he's a dharma gupta. But to reach him, we ought to do this exercise ourselves. So he tells all these four steps, and if we follow that, then the clarity and the peace and joy increases. So God is Uttara, higher. So we have to take our consciousness at a higher level. At the moment, the trouble is that our consciousness got entangled in the world, into the worldly thing. So our consciousness got boxed into a tight box, which is made up of four walls, and that is money, dollar, prestige, then power, and pleasure. So these four-sided box, our consciousness is is stuck into. The way to do it is to open the lid and let the worldly consciousness go towards godly consciousness. Because both are consciousness. Only thing that our consciousness is misguided and away from our self or our spirit. That's why Raman Mercy ji said, Rustale mana swastata kriya bhakti yoga bo darsya nishchitam. So Gita as well as Upadesar, and logically, logically, this is the equipment. This is how you use it. You don't use it, you are at a disadvantage. So that is the meaning of word Uttara. So God is the best. He's the answer for everything. He is a final consciousness. So we have to take our consciousness to realize that. So that is what we have to do. And he's the answer to everything. How do you know that he's the answer to everything? Just an example. I was at a funeral, and one of our friends' mother died. It was a very sad situation. They had a big family. So everybody said a lot of things about mother, and they were crying and they were full of tears. And it was an extremely sad atmosphere, as you can imagine. But after these few speeches, and when a family was crying and sobbing, then priest suddenly started, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. He started chanting in a very loud and very sacred voice. And slowly you can see the effect that chanting, that name of God, bring a godly consciousness, and all the relatives, they were getting quiet, and then there's tears, they're wiping tears, and then the new consciousness was fed instead of consciousness of sadness and pain, which is the maximum that one can imagine, and it was replaced by godly feeling, and it was very comforting, because the mind can only take to one thought at a time. It can handle millions of thoughts, but at a time it can only handle one thought. So that sadness thought or consciousness was replaced by godly divine chanting, and that brings the answer. So he is the answer to this most painful situation. So that is how our mind and word works. So Uttara, so that is remember this word, very important. Uttara, Gopati. Second name is Gopati. Gopati. Pati means we all understand husband. Pati. Pati is not in the just customary sense of husband. Pati means protector. Pati means provider. Pati means the source of happiness. Why? Because the father comes after the office hours at 7 o'clock in the evening. The child is very happy. When a toddler is very happy, wife is very happy. So he's a source of joy. He is a source of protection, source of, he's providing everything. So that is called Pati. And the one who provides everything and protects us is Lord Almighty. So he is the highest protector for every being. So Gopati is a word made up of two words, Go and Pati. So Pati, like we said, protector, provider, or source of pleasure. And Go has four meanings in Sanskrit. Go means cows. As we know that Go, Gopal, Govinda, that all comes from Go means cows. The cows were very dear to Lord Krishna, and there is a reason for that. The Go also means senses. He's the boss of our senses. Senses, mind is the highest sense. So the mind is also called as it is a hub for all senses. Go to mind. So mind is considered sixth sense. So, and Lord is the boss. So Gopati means the one who is in charge of senses. So senses, cows, then go also means Prithvi or earth. And go also means speech. So these are four things, and the Lord Almighty is in control of that. That's why he's called Gopati. Of all the quadrupeds, God loved cows. There is a reason. No? Mother cow is a very kind animal, provides everything that you can imagine. And it provides you with the sweetest and most nutritious milk free. Eats grass and survives for free. Gives its offspring, the bulls, which helps you to do the farming. Even the skin of the cow is useful. Everything for the cow is useful. If we are left in a jungle with a cow only, we will survive because you get everything. Just imagine all the goodies that are made, as all the sweets and all these ice cream and cookies and all this butter and ghee and all the goodies you can name comes from milk. And you get it for free. But we are silly people. So instead of enjoying what the mother cow has to offer, we slaughter them to pieces. And God must be very sad and upset with us. No? Every day, 125,000 cows are slaughtered. Just in US, 125,000. And pigs, 360,000 pigs per day. So, I mean, that is besides, because that we have to have some sense and undo the whatever we are doing if we want to be peaceful and happy. And so that is a very sad situation. But the God loved the cows, so he is called Gopati. So he loves Mother Earth, which provides everything for free to us, starting for a platform for us to walk. With his creation of laws of gravity and all physical laws, we are able to be on the planet and walk. Imagine if there is no gravity, what will happen? Will float like balloons. And that's what happens when you go 200 miles up in the atmosphere when that law is not there. So God provides earth a platform for us to stay, for us to survive. It provides everything that we need. Our Mother Earth provides, starting from grains to plants to fruits and everything. So that's why Prithvi or Bhumi is called as mother. So Samudra Vasan, there's we do it a prayer in the morning. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparsam Samaksam. That she is called Vishnu Patni. She Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam. I salute to you, Mother Earth, the provider of everything. Unfortunately, I have to step on you and walk. So please forgive me. So Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparsam Samakshva me. So Mother Earth provides everything, but we silly people don't know. And God does everything to protect Earth, protect, nourish, and replenish Earth around the clock. He does that. We do everything contrary to that. We cut all the timbers in the world, and then we cry, "Oh, it's very hot." Of course, it will be very hot. It will be very stormy. It will be a mess, no, because you're doing wrong, foolish things, no. So Mother Earth. So he's in charge of Mother Earth. He's in charge of cows. I mean, he loves so much. He's in charge of our senses. So so whatever we are able to enjoy and feel, and as all our pleasures and funs are because of our senses. And who is controlling the senses? That is the Lord Almighty is controlling. How? By prana. By giving the prana. Prana is a life element. All senses function. The moment that prana is essentially power of God. As soon as that power is not there, your senses stop functioning instantaneously. Instantaneously. So he is in charge and makes those senses function to our advantage to enjoy and to protect us. So he is called as in charge, or Gopati, means husband or protector, maintainer of senses, Gopati. So Gopati means senses, Gopati means Mother Earth, Gopati means cows. So he's in charge of these things. So his epithet is Gopati, the in charge of all these um, organs that function so beautifully to keep us going and enjoying, and that only continues as long as there is a prana. Prana is essentially in Lord Vishnu. So prana is the manifestation of prana is a breath. First is the breath. Life starts with breath and life ends with breath. So that breath is not some mechanical thing. It is Lord Almighty staying within us to make this. I'm a doctor, so I know all these things, but this is the answer. So that is the Lord Vishnu or Lord Almighty, whatever you want to call, makes this happen. Then we to understand that we takes hundreds and 200 and 500 years to understand that. But that is the truth, and that is the way it works. So Gopati. So Uttaro Gopati. Gopta. Third name is Gopta. Gopta means protector. Protector. That's why we saw the word earlier, Dharma Gopta. That came two slokas before. I said that Dharma Gopta means protector of Dharma. So that's why he says that from time to time I come and I protect Dharma and re-establish Dharma and destroy Adharma. That is God's main function. So Gopta means protector. Not only that he protects Dharma, he protects us. He protects not only human beings, all beings. So he is the protector, provider of all beings, 24/7. How is that? By providing the prana. You are in a deep sleep and a mosquito comes and bites you, and automatically your hand goes in that. Okay, worse than that. You are sleeping and unfortunately, if there is a fire or something in the basement and the smoke starts coming and the bad odor of smoke comes and you wake up and start running. So by providing these safeguards, he is protecting us 24/7. So that by functioning of the senses, mind, he is protecting. Even when we are in deep sleep, and if a serpent comes and is passing by, or just starts crawling, or some danger comes, you will immediately feel it and jump. So by doing this, he's protecting us, not only us, but all beings. In animal kingdom, you see it, all animals are given special power, special talent, special senses, which is that they can smell the danger, they can hear the danger, they can run faster than the predators. What is all that? That is called protection. So that's why he's called Gopta, the protector. So that is his another nature. So Uttara Gopatir Gopta. Then how do you reach this? This is just as a gross example. No, we all know that, but we don't think about it much. No, we take it for granted that okay, this is for me. I enjoy and I just go to work and again come back home and then continue this cycle. No, but really, yes, it is the Almighty who has made this possible for us. So we have to be grateful. That's why the Lord Jesus says, grace of God. Grace of God is on everyone. This is called universal grace. Everybody gets it. If you are a sinner, you get it. If you are a saint, you get it. Everybody gets it. This is a general grace of God. That is. And then there is a special grace of God. That one time we spoke about grace, the special grace, you have to do the special things. So that we will do some other time. So Gopta. Then third name is Gnana Gamya. To reach these truth, your senses are no good, because your senses cannot understand, which is very subtle and so is beyond your senses. So we all know that Brahman or Atman is beyond senses, beyond language, beyond intellect. But how can you approach? Then that's why it's called Gnana Gamya. Gnanena gamyati iti gnanagamya. One which can be reached by knowledge. That is gnanagamya. So, beautiful sloka comes in Bhagavad Gita. See, this is why they are related. Now, so on 13th chapter, if you open 13th chapter, so there it comes. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Bhut bhartu cha tajgriyam krashishnu prabha vishnu cha. Word by word. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu. He is undivided. You cannot divide it. You cannot divide the space, no? So he's undivided. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu means all beings, though it is not divisible, it appears divided. We think that my soul is different and my wife's soul is different and third person's soul is different. No. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu. Vibhaktam. Eva means as if it is divided. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Bhuta bhartu cha tajgeyam krashishnu prabha vishnu cha. So the maintainer, bhuta means beings, bhartu means maintain as a provider, nourisher. Bhuta bhartu cha tajgeyam krashishnu prabha vishnu cha. He annihilates and he creates. Yeah, so we know that. Now beautiful verse comes. Jyoti samapi tat jyoti. ज्योतिषामपि तत् ज्योति तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम ज्ञानगम्यम. See that word comes there. ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम ज्ञानगम्यम हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम. Beautiful words, no? Jyotisam api tat jyoti. Jyotisam means of all the lights, he is the light. That's why we say salute to the sun god, Surya Narayana Deva. Huh? Why? We are not fools. We light a lamp and we say, okay. There is a reason for that. No? So, Jyoti Sam, Api Tat Jyoti, light of lights, Jyoti Sam. Tamasa param uchyate, and is beyond tamas or darkness or ignorance. Tamasa parama uchyate. Gnanam, gneyam, gnanagamyam. Gnanam is knowledge, gneyam worth knowing, gnanagamyam to be known through knowledge. Gnanam, gneyam, gnanagamyam. And where is it? Rudi sarvasya vistitam. Seated in the heart of everyone. Even if a teacher tells you, and if you are in primary school, we will understand this. So, Rudi sarvasya vistitam. Jyotisam api tat jyoti tamasa paramuchyate gnanam gneyam gnanagamyam Rudi sarvasya vistitam. So, gnanagamyam comes word here, which can be approached only by knowledge, not by any other means, not by just doing simply fasting or puja part or by donation or by charity or good work. They are all instrumental, and then that which prepares you, but that is not the final way. That's why we did that sloka from Bhaj Govindam. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam. Acharya tells us that. Acharya Sankaracharya tells. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam. Vrat Palipalanam Athva Danam. Gnana Vihina Sarvamatena Muktim na Bhajati Janmasaten. Even if you go 100 times and take bath in Ganges, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gam. Ganga, where it meets the Sagar, it's called Ganga Sagar. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam. Vrata Palipalan means no matter how much austerity you do, or you do this kind of restriction that I will eat only once a day, or I won't eat certain foods, or I will go to the temple 3 times a day, all those things won't help me. Vrata Palipalanam Athva Danam, even if you give the millions, no. Gnana Vihina, but if you are devoid of Gnana, Gnana Vihina Sarvamatena means all these. Muktim na bhajati janma satena. Even after 100 births, you cannot have the liberation or true knowledge of God. Gurudev Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrat Palipalan Matvadan Gran Vihina Sarvamatena Muktim na bhajati janma satena. So what Acharya is trying to do is to wake us up that you need knowledge plus these things, but without knowledge, not useful, because God is knowledge, God is consciousness, God is Satchidanand. So you have to, same material will merge with the same material. Water will merge with water. Consciousness will merge with consciousness. Water cannot merge with dirt. Water cannot merge with oil. Similarly, our goal is to understand the divine consciousness. You have to use your consciousness and let them merge. But our consciousness is stuck here in the world with because of the heavy load of Maya, and otherwise we are like a helium balloon, but we have anchored here in the world. So the moment you delete that, the helium balloon will go up. So that is what it is. So the Gnana Gammi. Then so that's a Gnana. And then next word is Puratana. Puratana is a beautiful word. There are 3 words to compare with that. Adyatan means modern. Puratan means old, ancient. Pura api nava iti puratana. But there is a beauty that old or ancient, pura api nava, but like brand new. Pura api nava iti puratana. So Bhagavad Gita is Puratan, 5,000, 6,000 years ago, right? But the application is absolutely brand new. There are no new additions. So God's word is unchanged, applicable as much as it was 500 years, 1,000 years, 5,000 years. Same, hasn't changed. Nothing of God changes. The air has not changed, land has not changed, sun has not changed, moon has not changed, scriptures have not changed. So that is Puratana, means Pura api nava iti Puratana. Scriptures are called Puratana. So Adyatan, Puratan, Sanatan means eternal. Sanatan means eternal. So the scriptures are, it is not like bylaws of India or America that 10 people get together and change it. So it is beyond change. So there is always new, always applicable, always same. So it is eternal truth. So Puratana. So that is the next name of God. Then Sarir Bhuta Brud Bhokta. Sarir, body. Sarir Bhut means being. Sarir Bhut. Brud means maintenance. Brud Bhokta. So Sarir Bhut Brud Bhokta. So like we said that he's the maintainer of our body, repairs the body round the clock. A 3 feet baby becomes 6 feet adult, proportionately grows and smarter and everything. Who does that? No. So the growth, maintenance, repair, everything is planned by Almighty for free. We sleep, we eat, and had a nice dinner. That's it, and go to bed. The rest of the things God does it. No? So that's why he's called Sarir Bhut Brud Bhokta, means he's the enjoyer also. Enjoyer because he makes our senses operate. With the senses, we are able to enjoy that is limited as a entity or Atman or a Jivatman means us. Paramatman means Almighty God. So, but Jivatman is enjoying and God wants you to enjoy. That's why the senses and all these machinery is working ceaselessly 24/7. So that is Bhari Sarira Bhuta Grodh Bhakta. So Kapindro, the next name is Kapindro. Kapi means monkey, god of monkeys. So that Lord Rama, Kapindro. Kapi also means water. Ka means water. P is a protection. One who protects us against the danger of water. That is called Kapi. In a Vara avatar, one of the incarnation of Lord, in the past, when there was all floods and deluge, and the world was submerged in water. In a Vara avatar, as a boar, he took got the Mother Earth out of the ocean or out of the floods. That's why he's called Kapendra. So that is, it is very hard for us to imagine that, but it can happen. There are many parts of continents which are now the earth, they were submerged in water and vice versa. No? So Kapendra. Next name is Bhuri Dakshina. Bhuri means plenty. Dakshina means gift. Like we do a puja, priest does the prayers and you give him some gift, that is called dakshina, bhuri dakshina. And why this is the name for the God? Because he gives you the best gifts in abundance. I mentioned so many of them. Every day we took it for free and we say, okay, I'm on my way, God, you are on your way. No? So bhuri dakshina. Bhuri means plenty. Dakshina means gift. He is the giver of gift. That's why when somebody is doing a yagna, or in the old times it was very, very customary and very frequent, like a birthday celebration. Now the people used to do yagna, or any occasion they used to call friends, relatives, learned people, and do these mantras and light a fire, and one who is arranging that is called Yajman, or the one doing the yagna. And Yajman is a form of
You want to
Vishnu.
sit there, up there.
So when the Yajman, as the one who is doing the yagna, he is for time being Lord Vishnu, because yagna is done to cultivate habit for us of departing with our resources. Because otherwise, we as a human being with a powerful ego, we cannot dissociate with our wealth or our possession. And yagna is a ritual or a process recommended by God to cultivate habit and to give. That is the sharing of the wealth. That was the purpose of yagna. And in old times, the kings and all rich people, they used to do very big yagnas, and hundreds and thousands of people, they used to give cows. That time cows were very important, or horses, cows, gold, whatever depending upon their strength, financial strength, they used to give a lot of gifts. That is yagna, and the one who does yagna is called yajman, and yajman is for time being is called Lord, form of Lord Vishnu. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita that sloka comes in the third chapter, that at the beginning of creation God recommended that. No? Sa yagna praja srustva. Sa yagna praja srustva purovacha prajapati anena prasavisyadam esha vastu kamaduk. At the beginning of creation, as soon as the world was put to action, Sa Yagna, along with Yagna, Sa Yagna, Praja Srustva means creating. Puro Uvacha Prajapati. Puro means in the past or in the beginning. Puro Uvacha Prajapati means the creator. Puro Uvacha Prajapati. Anena Prasavisyadam, through Yagna, prosper. Anena Prasavisyadam. Eshaha va astu kamadhuka. And let it be your kamadhuk. Whatever you wish, it will give you. That's the beauty. Sa yagna praja srustva puro vacha prajapati anena prasavisam esa vastu ista kamadhuk. Whatever you desire. Ista means whatever you desire. Ista kamadhuk means kam, then it will provide you. And then he gives a very beautiful advice. Devan bhavyatanena deva bhavyantava paraspara bhavyanta sreya paramavapasyata. And this way, through yagna, you please the deities. And in turn, the deities will please you, will give you whatever you need. And through this yagna, you prosper. Yenena prasayad vesavasava. Devan bhavyatanena devan bhavyantava. You please the lords, I mean the gods and goddesses, and in turn, gods and goddesses will please you and provide you. Devan bhavyatanena deva bhavyantava. Paraspar bhavyantaha sreyaha paramavapasyate. And doing mutually, doing this process, you attain to the highest. Sreya parama vapasyatha. Attain to the highest state. But through what? Through yagna. So that is a yagna, and that is a bhuri dakshina. That is one of his names. That the giver of the bountiful. God will give you as much as you want, and he can give you the best reward. What is the best reward? It says because of all the rewards he gives you, it will stay here. So it is really speaking useless. But he can give you the best reward of liberation. That you are going to be liberated. You will be fulfilled. You will be krutkrutya. Means desireless, not wanting anything, just happy, blissful. That God can give you right away. He can give you the highest gift. Nobody else can give you that gift, Even if your friend is billionaire, he can't give you that. He himself doesn't have that. So, so, so the God gives you this gift of freedom instantaneously. And once that happens, and if it happens during your life, Shankaracharya says, let it happen when you are young, no, not after you die. So if it happens during the life, then you are a free soul. So that is what the power of God is. That's why he's called Bhuri Dakshinaha. So thus we saw these 9 powerful names of Lord Vishnu. Uttaro Gopatir Gopta, Uttaro Gopatir Gopta, Gnana Gamya Puratana, Sarira Bhuta Brudha Bhokta, Sarira Bhuta Brudha Bhokta. That Sarir Bhut Brud Bhokta and as a Kapindro Bhuri Dakshina. So it is all these epithets of Lord Vishnu along with the Bhagavad Gita we saw. Any question you can ask, so I'll keep 10-15 minutes for us to clarify these things. But it is self-explanatory as far as I understand, and it is. So if you have a question, you can ask. Namaste.
Yagnik work which we are doing, which is the selfless act, and that is also gets closer to the God.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what takes us for liberation.
Yes. That's called Karma Yoga.
Yeah.
Just doing the work for the sake of work without wanting anything to please God is called Karma Yoga. So, and all these things only becomes known through the knowledge. Without knowledge, these things don't become known to us. It remains.
That was very good by Upadesh Sara. You said that taking a bath in Ganges or doing austerities and donation, which is a good thing, but still that does not get you to the liberation.
No.
So ultimately, knowledge is the one which you have to attain to get liberated.
That's why one of his names is Gnana Gamya, the one which can be reached through knowledge only.
Very good word. Yeah, I like that.
Gnana Gamya.
Thank you.
So each name has a profound meaning,
Yes.
And we can clarify it with examples and all those things, but it is, see, Gopta, Gopati, all these things, as if we go in the details, it's become very clear.
I must have said million times, but I never knew the word meaning, honestly.
Yeah. So unless we go in depth, we don't.
That is true.
And then you have to keep thinking about it. So then it becomes manana. And then it's your second nature, that is nididhyasan. Then it becomes you. Means you become like that. That's why our Mahavakyas, there are 4 Mahavakyas, you know that, right?
Brahmasmi.
Huh?
Aham Brahmasmi.
Yes, there are 4 of them.
Yeah.
Pragnanam Brahma means consciousness is Brahman. Then the master tells you, Tat Tvamasi, you are that, means you are God. Then he gives you homework. I am Atma Brahma. That keep chanting that my Atma is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. Means that is a homework if you keep doing it. And then comes Anubhavakya Am Brahmasmi. You will realize that you are Brahman. It started with the consciousness. Then Guru told you that you are that consciousness. Tat Tvamasi. And then he says, do the homework. I am Atma Brahma. So day and night you say, I am Atma Brahma. And then you will become Anubhavakya. Aham Brahmasmi. And then I am God, and you become God. It's like everything is like a practice. You do gambling every day, you become a gambler. You do this every day, you become bhakta. You talk about God every day, you become divine. You watch movie every day, you become movie goer or a playboy, no? So that is repetition. No? That is called abhyasena tu konteya vairagena cha gruyate. Only two things. Abhyas means practice, and vairagya means dispassion. So practice and dispassion. So those are the simple but very powerful ways to get whatever you want, and that's what we have done. I wanted to become doctor. I worked like a dog, and you all became something because you worked for 20, 30, 40 years and giving up everything. Then you got little peanut, But if you work on the spiritual path, you get bountiful, in no time. That's what God says, that you come here. No? So He wants us to go towards Him and not because these we did for 70 years, 60 years. Where are you? And then you'll be taken out in a second, and then all whatever the bank balances and accounts are there, they are useless, and then your time was wasted. That you feel. I mean, feel or not, that's what the reality.
That is true. But I think that manifestation or realization, it only happens with your definitely effort and grace of God.
Yes, grace of God and effort. You make effort. That's why I said there are two kinds of grace: general
Yeah.
grace and special grace. General grace, everybody got oxygen to breathe and earth to walk and food to eat. But the special gifts, that the realization, understanding, joy, bliss, peace, and lack of hankering, all those things will only come when you try. If you don't try, you will be at the ground floor. If you don't climb the stairs, you will be on the ground floor. It's very simple, no? So that's what God says. So that's why I left the scriptures. I've left the good elements in the society. I've left plenty of gurus. We think that there are no gurus in this world. There are good people also in this world. So, but we have to just make use of them and do it. Now the gurus are available on YouTube, so it's a modern thing, and right away you can learn. I can learn anything I want to learn on if I click right buttons.
I just wanted to ask that shloka which you have put with today's class, the Bhagavad Gita shloka. I am the knowledge. I am the object of knowledge. I
Yes,
am the goal.
yes. Jyoti
So,
Sam, we said that. Jyoti Sam,
mhm.
Tat Jyoti.
Yeah.
ज्योतिषामपि तत् ज्योति तमसा परमुच्यते ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम ज्ञानगम्यम हृदि सर्वस्य विष्टितम. Of all the
Mhm.
lights, I am the light. I am the
I'm the
I am the knowledge. I am worth knowing, and I am to be known through knowledge.
so
ज्योति
knowledge.
समापि तत् ज्योति तमसा परमुच्यते ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम ज्ञानगम्यम हृदि सर्वस्य विष्टितम. And the other sloka I mentioned, no, Rutstale mana. Means
Mhm.
take your mind. Mind is like a cloud sitting between you and God. So that's why he says drag the mind, drag and drop. No, so you drag and drop here in the soul, because there is nothing like mind. It is all just thoughts. So
Mhm.
Rutstale mana. Swa means in your spirit. Swasthata kriya by karma yoga, bhakti yoga, gnana yoga. रुस्थले मन स्वस्थता क्रिया भक्ति योग bodhascha निश्चितम. Definitely these four ways you can drag your mind and drop it here. That cloud is gone and you are done.
Yeah. So basically, what we say, the main thing when anybody preaches Gita, that he is the mastermind, he is the puppeteer, we are just puppets on the stage and doing our role. So that's basically everything is him. He is he, he is the mastermind for all our actions.
Yes, yeah, but we are very smart puppet, no? So God says you are a very, very smart puppet. You have the same intellect. You are not using intellect to understand me. You are using intellect to find out physics and chemistry and all those things, but not for spiritual thing. We are not just dumb puppets. We are very smart puppets. and the intellect is limitless. Vivekananda ji says that you have to let divinity manifest. Each soul is potentially divine. We have to let it manifest. That's what Swamiji used to say.
But then again, it's so confusing because then again, it's everybody's individual karma, how it manifests. The soul is the same. We all have the same soul. Like God says, I'm divisible. I'm indivisible, but at the same time, I'm divisible between millions of people.
Yes.
Right? One of the shlokas which you put,
Yeah.
that he is indivisible, but at the same time, he is divisible between all of us.
He's not.
But then again,
he appears to be divided. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha stita. Eva means like. He looks as if he is split. It is like a space. I put a house and I call that's my room. But that I divided the space artificially. My house is demolished and the space is same. The same way, space cannot be cut or divided. Similarly, Atman or consciousness cannot be cut or divided. In between, he put Atul Chokshi, and that's why Atul Chokshi started thinking, I'm Atul Chokshi. But Atul Chokshi dies, that consciousness merges with the general consciousness.
Yeah, thank you. It's I know it's confusing, but it's right. We're on the right path.
Yeah, but it is, you got it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's very
there is
interesting.
an empty plot, and you make a house, and you say, "This is my room, and this is the space." Okay, all right. I demolish your house, the space becomes the same. So the same way, no. So we are manifest, and then we become unmanifest. We come and go.